Welcome to TexasTech.com. Signing day is just about wrapping up, and I'm joined by head coach Tommy Tuberville. First of all, Coach, congratulations. Successful day for the Red Raiders. Kind of tell me a little bit about how you feel so far of how the 2012 class has panned out.
Well, it's kind of anticlimactic except for a couple of guys because you recruit these players for 2 years. And most of them we've known, some for about a year they were going to come here. But there's always 3 or 4 out there that keep you hanging. So I always keep that in the back of my mind when we start running sprints and two-a-days, if they kept me hanging on that rope. But it's fun. It's been a good day. We've made progress. We'll be a better football team because these guys that we've signed, they're good players and they're also good citizens. That's what's important. I want them to come here and get a great education. But it's always fun. It's always fun to get it started and recruit a class, get it over with. But we're in the 2013 mode now. We've got to just turn around and get ready for next year.
Mine's a class of several athletes or kids who played quarterback, wide receiver, punt returner in high school. How exciting is that for you? Kids that aren't just one position, they can do a lot of things all over the field and make an impact because of that early.
Yeah, the thing about what we do is we look for athletes, no matter what position that they play. Most of the time, and I coached high school ball before, you put your best athletes at running back or quarterback, some at wide receiver now with the spread offenses. So we go after speed, athletic ability, guys that compete, guys that make a difference in a game. And then you look at the linemen. I normally don't take a lineman unless they're a basketball player. If they play basketball, they're usually a pretty good athlete. And we did sign several linemen this year, and they're 2 or 3 sport lettermen. And again, some are a little undersized, but knowing that looking at their background, their genetics, their parents, they're going to be bigger kids. But most of the time, you look at linemen, do they have good work ethic? Because it's hard to teach work ethic with a defensive and an offensive lineman when you get to college. The young guys, the little small guys, athletes, that's no problem. They can do anything. You can run them all day and they're fine. But linemen have to have that tenacity to them in terms of work ethic coming out of high school because it's hard to teach that. So I think we've got some good guys in that area.
Being tough enough to play quite a few in the defensive class, led by Ladarius Newbold, Anthony Smith, some big body athletes, some tall guys in the secondary that we haven't seen much of. Excited about what some of those guys can bring and the impact they can have.
Yeah, and you can look on the offensive side. There's guys like Keenan Ward who played on the offensive side of the ball that could play defense. Newbold is a taller type of guy that we're not used to here in the secondary, especially at corner. We signed a couple of junior college guys that will play on the defensive side of the ball, mainly at linebacker because we're so short at linebacker here, as most people noticed last year playing. But we had to have more speed. We had to have more depth on the defensive side of the ball. That's one reason I went junior college route, but it's also a reason we went to taller route in terms of defensive backs where they could play possibly corner, safety, or maybe even linebacker.
Spring ball's only a couple weeks away. How excited are you to get back out there? New faces to the staff, some JUCO guys already here to get things going.
That is amazing. It's only 2 weeks away. I hadn't thought about it much. I like to go early here because we do need it helped us last year having 6-7 weeks of off season after spring practice. We were lucky with the weather last year. We've got to get a lot done. Several new coaches on the defensive side of the ball, one on the offensive side of the ball. We're going to need some continuity, but the biggest thing that we need to get back in and get these guys learning what we need to do in terms of off-season work, weight work, and on the practice field at the same time. So it's going to be a hard spring for our players. I've already told them that. I think they already understand we're getting ready to turn the notch up a little bit, but they're fired up. They want to get back to their winning ways, and we'll do that.